Hey everyone, George here, the Disney Family Man, coming to you with another video. And actually, this one is of breaking news. It just came out not too long ago, about a couple minutes that I just read the article, that starting April 8th, that Disney has confirmed at Walt Disney World that they will be relaxing some of the mask guidelines that they normally have on a day-to-day basis. Now, what does that mean? That does not mean that you can take your mask off anywhere in the park and wander around and do whatever you want to do. They still have those strict guidelines implemented as far as when you're in line, when you're on a ride, when you're walking around the parks, you still have to wear the mask covering the mouth and nose at all time, except for when eating or drinking stationary, either in a restaurant or in a rest spot. However, they did add one feature to relax that policy a little bit, and that is that Disney is allowing guests to temporarily remove their masks for outdoor photos. So that could be for a specific photo spot, or if you wanted to possibly take a selfie. And I think probably what Disney is going to end up doing, because I'm for sure that guests would attempt to utilize this notion and just saying, oh, I'm removing my mask to take a picture. That if they do want to have a notion where you can take a selfie or a picture of yourself or of your family, that they will have designated areas that are markered on the ground to allow you to remove your mask and possibly do selfies or a background photo. And then, of course, with the Disney PhotoPass photographers will be stationed at those key designated areas where you could get your picture taken in front of Cinderella Castle or Spaceship Earth or the Tree of Life or what have you. So I think this is actually really good news. It's now moving into a step where Disney is slowly but surely implementing to relax some guidelines so guests can utilize their time at the parks and get their money's worth to say, you know what, we're only coming here once in a blue moon, or this is our first time here, or it's going to be our only time here because, with a big family and, the prices and airline and, all just the legalities of traveling in general, that, people may not be able to go to Disney as much as they want to. And it's always nice to have that picture Kodak moment, that memory to say, hey, I want to look back at this photo, and it gives the guests the opportunity to have that again. And especially since people that purchase the Memory Maker, which is a photo package that gets added on to your vacation, that allows you to have unlimited amount of photos taken and with no additional cost, and it gets added to your MDE or your My Disney experience on the app, and you can download them and print them at your own convenience. That a lot of people now have the notion of saying, well, all my pictures they're of me wearing masks, where people are understanding that just to even have a photo they're willing to do, but now guests can have that option to have it a little bit relaxed, that if they want to have a photo taken and to have that memory of, hey, I'm at Disney, you can relax the notion of taking the mask off temporarily until that photo is done being taken. Now, as I said, I don't know if it's exactly for selfies with your own personal phone. That may be a different story. If it is, as I said, I think Disney may have markers down on the ground that designate you to allow you to take your mask off, where you're not just free roaming, just taking your mask off, snapping pictures. So I'm for sure Disney, knowing how Disney is, they will still have guidelines for it, but it's a relaxed guideline that can allow you to say, hey, if you want to take a picture, you can release it. So, yeah, this was a spur-of-the-moment video being made. I wanted to get it out to you guys as soon as possible, as soon as I got the news. And again, I think it's a really good step forward for Disney and for its guests and, for everything that's been going on in the world. It's nice to actually get some good positive news, moving forward that, that will potentially get back to that norm, or the new kind of norm, but getting back to some kind of normal civilization with this. I'm very happy and excited about it, and especially because we're going to be going on our summer vacation trip, which I did recently do a short little video with my son to talk about some of the things that we're excited. I will actually post that video at the end of this one. But it's nice to know that when we go to the parks for our family pictures, that we will be able to be relaxed enough to say, hey, if we want to get a couple pictures taken, we don't always have to do it with the mask on, that we can do it with the masks off. Now, if they would prefer us to still do selfies or pictures by ourselves with the masks on, that's completely fine. If it's only for photo pass photographers to be able to remove the mask, hey, that's fine. It's still one step closer to, moving back to how we were. And it does ponder the question for me now is, when will the notion be where we could start taking pictures again with characters? And I think that's more of I think when that comes around, that will be more kind of going back a little bit, where you have to have your picture taken with a character with your mask on, until we slowly integrate into where we are now, just with family photos. But I think it's also to the notion of the length of time of waiting in line, and where you're placing these characters for the the photo spots in order to create a line. Because I know, like in Magic Kingdom Park, they used to have the characters meeting at not the central hub by the castle where the partner statue is, but where the flag is, like where all the Main Street vehicles circle around that beginning hub, where they usually have like the characters, like the main characters, like Mickey, Minnie, Pluto, Chip and Dale. They used to have the characters there. So to implement them all there at once again, you're going to have massive lines, and Disney is still trying to flush out the guest capacity, and not have a lot of people standing around in clusters at once. So it's very interesting to see how Disney is going to implement that when it comes time to character photo opportunities. And I do believe in time it will come back. I think this is actually a good step for Disney to take, that it allows guests to feel, to say, hey, we're moving in a direction where we could eventually meet and greet those characters again and get that photo opportunity done. So let me know what you guys think. Comment down below. Are you excited about Disney World doing this? Are you, not so sure, of how you feel about it? But I'd love to hear from you guys. Please comment down below. Like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. I do content of Disney, Marvel, Star Wars all the time. I'm doing lots of collaborations with Orange Grove 55 and Vash Sky, and who knows, the sky's the limit. So remember, as always, stay healthy, stay safe, stay Disney. Bye, everybody.